Hello, my sweethearts. First of all, Happy New Year. I hope you guys have a wonderful 2025 ahead. Okay, second, this video is going to be a little different. It's still an audio roleplay, but actually, this isn't written by me. This is written by a friend of mine, Azul. So, Azul, if you're watching this, first of all, thanks for the money, but also thanks for commissioning me for this video. This is the first time I'm doing a proper commissioned audio roleplay for the channel, and if you guys ever want to commission me for your own personal audios, then you can reach out to me via my email and we can have a chat through there. And yeah, anyways, sit back, relax, that's all I wanted to say. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you once again, Azul, for the script, and thank you to all of you for listening. I love you all so much, and please enjoy. Finally home at last. Already asleep, aren't we? I guess I kept you waiting for too long. Wait, why is she bundled up with a lot of blankets? 1, 2, 5. 5 of them. Damn, is she really that cold? She does look rather cute, to say the least. Just like a cute little wrapped up burrito. And a little warm, too. If she stays like this for the whole night, she might catch a fever. Her cheeks. Oh, did I wake you, dear? My apologies. I was just, feeling if you had a fever or not. Yeah, I just got back from work a few minutes ago. I had to cover for somebody's shift today, and it was quite hectic, to be honest. But, hey, you don't need to worry. I'm home safe at last. Before the storm? There's supposed to be a storm today? Well, I can hear the rain now. Sorry, I was kind of distracted by your cuteness. Hey, what was that for? I'm just being honest, cutie. You looked so adorable, all bundled up with 5 blankets. Whatever you say, burrito blanketer. Say, what did you do today when I was away? I'm sure you kept yourself busy, I suppose. What else? Oh, you missed me? Oh, sweetheart, come here. I missed you as well. I know I was gone for a while, but I'm here. Luckily, I have a normal shift tomorrow, so I don't think I have to do overtime again. Like I said, you don't need to worry anymore. I promise I'll make it up to you. You name it. Yes, really. I'll do whatever you ask. We can go out tomorrow, and we can go wherever you like, or I can repay you in another way. Let me think. I could be your personal butler for a day. I already am your butler. Well, that's kind of true. But that just comes in the boyfriend package, you know? Serving my lady and tending to her needs is one of the things I strive towards. You know how much I love being at your service at times. Even if it's not doing a favor or fulfilling a favor, I still like to do things for you. For example, breakfast in bed. I know you don't really ask for it, but I still do it because you deserve it, dear. And also, because you need a good hearty meal before starting your day, of course. Come to think of it, I'm not sure how else to make it up to you. I already am your so-called personal butler, so I guess we'll have to think of something different. What do you think? Yeah, that sounds pretty promising. Okay, we'll go with your idea. As long as it makes you happy, then I've achieved my job in pleasing you. You don't need to thank me, dear. Just think of this as a way of me to repay you back for coming home so late. Well, now that we settled this, favor, we should probably get some sleep. You have a very busy day tomorrow, and I want you to get an ample amount of rest. Alright? What is it, dear? You want me to read you a bedtime story? Come on, that's just another excuse for you to stay up. Well, what do you want me to read for you then? A fairy tale story? Something non-fiction? Or do you want me to read something off the internet? You want me to pick, huh? Alright, let me think. No, it's okay. I really do want to read you something. It's just... Wait, hold on. Okay, I think I have a certain idea brewing in my mind. How about I read one of my favorite internet stories? An SCP story, to be exact. How's that? No. SCP isn't all of them aren't scary. Well, not this specific story, that is. I mean, there are a few cryptics and eerie stories within the SCP Foundation, but this particular one isn't really all that scary. Don't worry. I'll make sure that you won't get any nightmares tonight. Don't worry. Like I said, this specific story isn't scary at all. Isn't all that frightening. It's rather story-driven, and it dives into the lore of the said cryptic. So, that being said, I'm going to be reading SCP-166 story to you. Is that okay with you? Alright then. Come here, lay on my chest. You still want to stay in your little blanket burrito? You don't want to cuddle up with me tonight? Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, I was looking forward to cuddling with you after a hard day's work. And you prefer being bundled up with several blankets? I feel so betrayed now. Oh, did I hear a sense of regret? Now you want to cuddle all of a sudden? The switch up was quite quick. Alright, come here. Let me just pull up the website on my phone. I'm too cozied up with you to be getting up and grabbing the laptop. Okay. Are you comfortable? Alright. Let's begin. SCP-166 is a European female human in its late teens with ungulate features, possessing antlers, hooved feet, and a short tail reminiscent of the common reindeer. Despite these obvious abnormalities, DNA analysis reveals no abnormal genetic traits. Within a 15-meter radius of SCP-166, the artificial objects gradually return to an unworked state. Higher complexity objects like electronics or vehicles are affected quicker, with degradation of their metallic components causing catastrophic structural failure in a matter of hours. Rudimentary materials such as stone buildings or products made of organic materials decay at a virtually imperceptible rate. Within the same radius, plant life will begin to sprout, often growing in improbable places such as out of security cameras or ID scanners. SCP-166 possesses a possibly anomalous sensitivity to artificial material and pollutants, with inhalation or contact causing pressure ulcers and symptoms of acute asthma attacks. In one case, physical proximity to a smoker caused SCP-166 to undergo a severe asthma attack, even though the doctor at the time had not smoked a cigarette for 3 weeks. SCP-166 is a Euclid-class entity contained in Biocontainment Zone C at Site-19, which has been modified to include a hermetically sealed antechamber and an industrial-strength air purifier. Containment staff must wear the specially designated 166 biohazard suits at all times when inside SCP-166's containment area. Due to SCP-166's unique physiological needs, a variety of loose-fitting organic cotton clothing has been provided, to be rotated monthly. All meals are to be cooked according to the guidelines provided, with as little inorganic additives as possible. Reasonable requests for personal items and modifications to the containment suit may be granted but must be approved personally by Site Director Dr. Sophia Light. To date, SCP-166 has requested a copy of the Holy Bible, a Catholic rosary, access to a Catholic priest for confession, mass, and other sacraments. At first, this was denied, but Site Director Light appointed Chaplain Davis, a former priest who works at the SCP Foundation as a researcher, to have scheduled meetings with SCP-166 on alternating Sundays after a thorough decontamination process. More items include various books and magazines, mostly religious in nature, a telephone with which to contact the abbess of the Our Lady of Mercy Convent in County Galway, Ireland. This was denied by order of the site director herself. The reason as to why SCP-166 has a personal relationship with the convent is because that's where she was found. SCP-166 was discovered at the Our Lady of Mercy Convent in County Galway, Ireland, where it had lived since infancy. SCP-166 was confirmed by a defecting Global Occult Coalition agent to be the child of Threat Entity 9927 Black, also known as the Goddess, who was terminated by a GOC strike team led by Agent Ukulele in what would be known as the infamous Cornwall Incident. The following information is retrieved from a GOC documentation. The agent had refused to terminate SCP-166, instead smuggling it into a Catholic convent in County Galway, Ireland. It lived there until the age of 12, at which point a visitor to the convent accidentally witnessed SCP-166 and reported it to the authorities. Then, the agent contacted the Foundation, agreeing to share GOC intelligence in return for the guaranteed safety and containment of SCP-166. Further details are classified. The following is an excerpt taken from a bi-weekly meeting between Chaplain Davis and SCP-166. Oh, it's a dialogue between two people. Okay, I'll just switch between two voices. You don't mind, do you? Alright. Here it goes. Good morning, child. Good morning, Father. As usual, I have to remind you that due to our environment, the seal of confession will not take place unless specifically invoked. Even then, details of a conversation can be unsealed if they are determined to be essential. Do you understand? Yes, Father. Excellent. Now, how are you doing? Good. One of the staff told me about Benedict yesterday. Is that true? Ah, yes. That was rather unfortunate, but it does make sense. He was rather old when he first took up the position. Now he can rest, knowing he served the church well. Do you know who's going to replace him? Speculation has abounded, but it could be anyone. These are difficult times after all, with all of the recent controversies. They may want a fresh face to represent the church, or they may go with a man who's dedicated years of his life. Who knows? They may even pick up working-class men. It certainly would give people something to talk about. I guess so. I'm sensing a question arising, child. Sorry. No need to apologize. That's what I'm here for, after all. What is it? It's just, I wanted to ask you something, though it might be a little personal. I was just wondering, do you have a good relationship with your parents? My mother, yes, before she passed away. I visited her once a month at the retirement home, plus her birthday and holidays. Told her I was serving as chaplain, serving in the military, which I suppose is somewhat close to the truth. And your father? That is a rather more complicated question. He was a good man, a soldier who held three things dearly: God, country, and family. Unfortunately, he held those convictions rather severely, which resulted in some heated discussions. I love him still, but this way is best for everyone. And what about your parents? I know you lived in the convent, but before that? I never really knew them. I got dropped off when I was a baby. I guess they must have known the sisters if they put me there, but I don't remember them. Just when I picked up. They mentioned my mother a bit, before they realized that they should watch what they say about me. I think they said something about her being a goddess, which obviously isn't true. She must have been some sort of spirit, but she must have been something if I ended up looking like this. I remember eavesdropping on the abbess. She was talking to one of the other sisters about how she had done something wrong. Something about a ritual that someone else stopped. They said she died. I'm sorry about your loss. It's not like I knew her. And your father? I don't know. He must have been the one who dropped me off at the convent. But why there? Why didn't he take me with him? I'm sure he had his reasons. Maybe. They never talked about him. Not once. I must have asked the abbess 1,000 times, but she never mentioned a hint of him. If my mother was so horrible, what did my father do? SCP-166 questions about her father won't go unanswered for long. The following letter was found on May 8th, 2013, inside her containment area. I first met your mother when we were little more than children. She had hooves for feet and starlight in her eyes. She was beauty and nature incarnate, and I killed her with my own 2 hands. Eden isn't a place, it's a state of being. They wanted to take us back to it, and I stopped them. I took paradise from us a second time. I've never regretted my actions on that day, except one. That when you first met me on that day, you saw your father put a bullet into the head of your mother. I make no excuses, only explanation. You may not have even remembered it, but I'm telling you now in the hope you understand why I did what I did. I hope you forgive me. I love you. I wish I could have done more for you. The best I could do was leave you in the hands of kind and loving people and hope they would raise you in my place. From what I've seen, they did well. I'm sorry you couldn't stay with them. I'm sorry they brought you to this place. I promise to do my best to make sure your stay here is pleasant. I promise to keep you safe. Happy 16th birthday from your loving father. Already at the bottom of the page. Guess time goes by rather quickly when you're reading something you enjoy. Speaking of time, what time is it? It's 3 a.m. already. Well, the story is relatively long. Don't you agree, dear? Fast asleep already. It seems like the story wasn't scary after all. Nevertheless, I am glad that the story was able to guide you to sleep. Alright, let me just put the phone away. Never thought that I'd have you laying next to me like this. It feels surreal, but also very comforting, knowing that I get to see you rest alongside me every day is something I've always dreamt of. Truly a blessing to behold.